Hello, and welcome to everyone who has decided to tune in to the Noob Savage channel. And a big thanks to those who like and subscribe. It's always a good chance to witness the fart jar as he opens his lid. As you can see, I'm in the store shopping for shoes when a spectacularly poop-filled bag of gooberiness shows up to try to take me out with another person that's shopping in the store as well. And this poop bag's name is Crap. Let's take a look, shall we? As you can see, Crap failed miserably. We both come out of the store unscathed while Crap ends up a slimy mess on the concrete. So I go ahead and go after him again, but as soon as I whack him with the RC Paragon, he disappears. When he reappears, he jumps upon his oppressor MK1 and proceeds to make himself look like an idiot for a minute. I go ahead and head home for a drink, and he does what all goobery poop bags do, that special little thing.
Morse Mutual Insurance, how can we help you? I'll look into it.
Onto a new lobby. As you can see, I have chosen to use a chopper to go over to the clothing store when my oppressor decides to target me. I jumped out of the helicopter and open up my parachute, and you can see him fly by me. I end up landing on the roof of the store. I keep my eyeball in this oppressor goober, who is called Ziz Wolfie. He swoops around on his broomstick a little bit near me, and then he ends up going on top of Mazebank. This is when my spider senses began to tingle. Wolfie gets off his broomstick, so I start getting the feeling that he's going to take some pot shots at me. I go ahead and jump off the ledge and head over between the cooling towers and other things that can block his view of me. But if you listen closely, you'll be able to hear some bullets ricocheting as he's trying to sneakily potato me. This will not stand. He's going to pay for trying to take me out and send me to fry heaven. Let's dig in and take a look, shall we? I go off radar and jump back into the store. Incidentally, he ends up running into me while I've got another shopper with me yet again. This is when we meet Wolfie's friend Josh. As you can see, Wolfie has a bounty, and Josh takes the bounty. A lot of times when people have their friends in the lobby and you put a bounty on them, their friends will get it off of them quickly. I had not quite yet put two and two together that they were buddies, but shortly it will become obvious. That was an absolutely spectacular and fantastic potatoing. And this is when we find out that Josh is Wolfie's friend. As you can see, this goober Josh is in his Toreador. And me being the noob, not just the savage, ends up being dumb, getting out of his car and getting smashed to complete fry heaven. So now, I'm going to give both of these two poop bag goobers a big gusting whiff from the fart jar, because now they have both opened its lid. Wolfie has brought this upon himself. I know people are going to cry and say things like,
I missed. Even though I tried to hit you with a bullet, I missed. I just ran you over for fun. Now what are you talking about? I didn't do that. Either show me video or it didn't happen.
Ha 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 ha. All the classic cliches that poop bag goobers would say, or poop bad griefers would say. Isn't it just amazing, folks? 90% of the time, goobers that come after me ask for every bit of the stink, the stench, the green smoke that erupts from the bottom of the fart jar as a consequence of a poop bag goober opening its lid. At this point, they kind of had me pinned down inside the store, so I decided to pull out an old trick of mine, go off the radar, run home, and jump in my Deluxo and come after them off the radar. And it works. Incidentally, this is one of the tricks that seems to always work. They're too busy launching rockets and trying to get me while I'm inside the store to realize that I have actually left. If I've said it a million times, when you mess with the far jar and open his lid, you have now awakened the Malone Zone, which will focus on you completely until you have left the lobby. Incidentally, these goobers have opened the far jar lid completely, so its intensity. The smoke, the whiffings headed straight for them. Sometimes I suck really bad. Incidentally, I still have about a minute off the radar, so I'm going to go ahead and take advantage of it. I end up getting another smashing on good old Joshy boy. Wolfie incidentally ran into the underground subway, so I follow, and unfortunately, I have myself another noob moment, and he catches me slipping with a sticky of his own. I kind of feel bad for Joshy boy. I don't think he realized what he got himself into. Wolfie, on the other hand, deserves every bit of this, simply for having the mindset and the motivation and the intent to sneakily try to snipe me from the maze building. I hope that he has learned a lesson from this social interaction with the Fart Jar 007, but I have the inner suspicion that he didn't learn a thing. I highly doubt this is his first rodeo, and he probably will get bucked again. Ha ha ha! Poor old Joshy boy ends up going ghost to me. But that doesn't stop me from giving him the juice from the bottom of the lid. Incidentally, Wolfie was very stubborn and kept coming at me, so I will give him kudos for that. Ha ha ha! Another mashing, turning his potato into a finely mashed potato soup. Incidentally, they do not give up. After Josh's ghosting has stopped, he joins his buddy Wolfie back in the chase into hunting me down. So I give them a couple more fried potatoes for brains and proceed to troll. You would have to think they both have to be pretty irritated, both physically and mentally, from the green smoke that has erupted from the far jar. Well, would you look at that, he went passive as soon as I went off the radar. I find it funny that people get mad when I go off the radar, when they started off this entire type of situation by simply trying to be sneaky on me and take me out either from behind or from far away, like this poop bag goober Wolfie here. Not 2 weeks ago, I had a video with a goober who decided to try to run me over right outside the pay and spray. He didn't like my tactics after that, and I tried to explain to that goober the same thing. But it was like talking to toothpaste. Incidentally, this one didn't even bother messaging me. But after they left the lobby, I ended up messaging him, and I will show that message at the very end.